Hey guys, welcome back to Commander. My name's Luke, and today I'm going to go over the pre-con of SCION of ATRAXA. This is what I did for my deck. She is a green, white, and black and 1 with a 2/5 with Flying, Vigilance, Toxic 2, and Corrupt. At the beginning of your end step, for each opponent who has 3 or more poison counters, they take the top card of the library, put it face down. You may play that card at any time and using your mana as any color. Now, one of the cards I did throw in to close out games was Triumph of the Horde. It's 2 green, 2 R's, sorcery that at the turn, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample and infect. Good way to close out the game and get a whole bunch of creatures. Another card is a planeswalker, a Johnny Sleeper agent. It's a 1 colorless green, whiter green, and a white. It does have corrupted, so you can pay 2 for the white or green. If you do pay for it, it has 2 fewer loyalty points though. So this comes in at 4, +1, reveal top card of your library. If it's a creature or a planeswalker, you may put it in your hand, otherwise you may put it onto the bottom. Good way to go through your deck. And then -3, distribute 3 +1 counters up to 3 creatures. They gain vigilance until the end of turn. Then -6, you get an emblem whenever you cast a creature or planeswalker spell. Target opponent gets 2 poison counters. Pretty good to close out the game a little quick if you don't want to attack or you can't get into attack. Another card I added was mostly just for my personal taste. You don't have to. Is Skitrix, the Blight Dragon, also known as Skittles. It's a 2 black, 3 R's with a 4/4 with Flying, Infect, and pay a black. Skittles gains haste until the end of the turn, and pay 2 and reanimate Skittles. Or regenerate Skittles. Pretty decent hit for Infect. And the next one, for a little bit of protection, I do Phyrexian Unlife. It's a white and 2 R's. If you don't lose the game for having 0 life or less, and as long as you have 0 or less life, all source of damage dealt to you is Infect. I'm going to show you why I would put this in here, is because the next card would be Marlia, Salvic Outcast. It's a 1 green, 2/2 human scout. You can't get poison counters. Creatures you control can't have -1/-1 counters placed on them. Creatures your opponent controls lose infect. A little bit of protection with those too, because you can play the Phyrexian Unlife with her out, and if your life hits 0, you're safe, because you can't get the poison counters. The other card is Phyrexian Hydra that can go with that combo. So Phyrexian Hydra is a 2 green, 3 R's, 7/7 with infect. Whenever damage would be dealt to Phyrexian Hydra, you can prevent that, and you put that maybe -1 counters on them. Well, with Mirror, you're not allowed to put counters on them, so it just nulls that effect of putting the counters on them. Then another good planeswalker I put in was Vraska, Betrayal Sting. She has corrupt 2 blacks and 4 R's. Starts at 6, and then it's 0, you draw a card, lose a life, proliferate. Right there's a draw value, and proliferating. -2, target creature becomes a treasure. And then -9, if target opponent has less than 9 poison counters on them, you put the difference. So let's say you didn't hit an opponent this whole game. They found a way around that. You get rid of the ult, they immediately go up to 9, then you just proliferate. Right there's game. And then another card I use is for a board wipe is White Sun Twilight. It's 2 white and X. So you gain X life, the first part, then you create X 1/1 mites. Colorless Phyrexian Mite artifact creature tokens with Toxic 1, and this creature can't block. If X is 5 or more, destroy all other creatures. And then another card, if you're going to play just straight infect, would be Hand of Predators. It's a black and 3 R's. It's 3/2. infect other creatures you control with infect get +1/+1. So if you put a Triumph of the Horde, they'll get a +1/+1 as well. Then whenever you cast a creature spell with infect, target player gets a poison. So you don't gotta sit there and attack. Another good one for attacking is Phyrexian Crusader. 2 black, 1 other zombie knight. It's a 2/2 first strike protection from red and white and infect. It's pretty good. So the last card is Vindicate Rot Priest. It's a 1-drop, it's a 1/2. Toxic 1. If you control becomes target of a spell, target opponent gets a poison counter. So right there, 1-drop, you get it out early, you can do some damage, and you can, someone tries to remove it, they're going to get a poison counter. So if they try to move any of your creatures with a spell, or just target them with a spell, it will cause them to get a poison. But overall, I know this is not really that hard to build, because the precon comes with a bunch of cards that are mostly pretty good. Like, I didn't put much into this deck when I got it, when I built it. So those were the cards that I added. You can add more. Like, if you want, you can add the, if you want to go more expensive, you can add Born's Raider. He's a 6/6 for 2 green, 4 hours, has haste and trample, and then whenever you put a counter on a player or permanent, you would double the counters. Whenever an opponent puts a counter on a player or permanent, it would half them reduce it down. So 1 becomes 0. So if you want, you can put that in there. You don't have to. So again, that's only if you want to go up higher, but if you just want to build this on a budget, you really just gotta pick up the precon, put few of the cards. My friends have also said it. The co-host here, William, he's went up against this deck, and he knows for a fact it is really dangerous. But yeah, this deck is pretty much, as soon as you get it, you can just start playing. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this one, and also I'd love to hear what your infect deck ideas would be. Would you play something different? How would you make this deck? Like, I'd really like to know if you're willing. So, yeah, that's all I really have for this. So, like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more of these. I'm gonna have the link for the deck tech below if you want to see the full deck.